We are here at Disney's Yacht Club for a bit of a staycation. And just being here at this resort kind of has that whole nautical theme. Reminds me a little bit of like Gilligan's Island and the boat. And then I think of that theme song, Just Sit Right Back.
We're not going to do that. And don't sing, please. We're going to show you how amazing this resort is, from the accommodations to the dining to transportation. So come along.
Just sit right back.
Here we go.
The Yacht Club opened on November 5th, 1990, and it is located right next to its sister resort, the Beach Club, which opened on November 19th, 1990. So these two resorts opened about 2 weeks apart. They share a lot of amenities in common, and the main one is Stormalong Bay, which is a huge pool located right in between the two resorts. There are other things that they share in common as well, and we'll go over those a little bit later. The Yacht Club is themed like a New England yacht club, and you're gonna see a lot of nods to nautical theming in there. You're gonna see that in the restaurants, the rooms, the lobby, so there's plenty of stuff to look at once we get inside. These resorts are located right next to Epcot, so you can pretty much walk into Epcot, and it's also a short boat ride away to Hollywood Studios. So that's one of the great things about staying at these resorts. Something I want to point out is that the Yacht Club and Beach Club are both deluxe resorts, but the Yacht Club does not have Disney Vacation Club accommodations. You're going to find those next door at the Beach Club. Now, let's go ahead and head inside. We'll start with the lobby and show you what the resort looks like.
So nice in here.
Yes, it is. So I mentioned that the lobby has this nautical theming. Here's an example of that, this captain's wheel. This is on your way up to the second floor. You will find this, super cool. But that's not all that they have in here. There's a large globe that sits kind of in the center, and you can spin that around and take a look at it. It's very antique looking, and there's even a hidden Mickey there. We'll leave it to you to find that. There are things like ships around, nautical knots. The carpet even has that nautical feel to it. When you come in to your right, you'll find the registration desk where you can find plenty of cast members to help you out. On the left is bell services. There's also a kids seating area located right across from the registration desk. So the kids can hang out there while the adults take care of business. This two-story lobby also acts as a hub for a lot of the things that you're going to get to, like dining. So for example, the Ale and Compass restaurant and Ale and Compass bar are located right off of this space. That's also where you're going to find the gift shop located right here as well. So this is kind of your hub for a lot of the activity or things you want to get to in the resort. There is a rear entrance to this lobby as well as a front entrance, and the rear entrance is going to take you out to Crescent Lake and the walkway to Epcot.
When you come to a Walt Disney World resort, of course you want to go to the parks. But on the days when you're not at the park, you might want to check out what's going on at the resort. And there's a lot to do here. Now they have a campfire every evening at 6:30, and you can even make s'mores. And then they have Moving Under the Stars at 8, and both of those activities are out on the beach. And then they have activities posted. So you can do things like crafts, like tie-dye a shirt or make a shadow box. Some things are complimentary, some things you pay for. And then they have some fun things like pool parties, disco parties, and they have trivia several times a day. And in fact, Paul and one of our daughters did that, so let's check that out.
Okay, we are about to do a super fun activity. We are about to play some Disney trivia. We walked over to the Beach Club to play this game, so we are about to have a whole lot of fun. And by the way, I'm here with our daughter, Sarah.
Hi.
How many animals are in the tree of life?
How many animals are in the tree of life? I think we need to phone a friend. Okay. 675. What's Which opened first?
Mountain opened first at Disney's Magic Kingdom.
So it's going to be Space, Thunder, Splash.
I think it's Space Mountain.
I think you're right.
Big Thunder was in the 80s.
We're going with
And so was
Space.
Splash.
Yeah, we're going with Space.
Which attraction was the first to feature audio animatronics?
Which attraction was the first to feature audio animatronics?
Audio animatronics.
I'm going to say Great Moments with Mr. What is the name of Walt Disney World's first water park?
I just listened to a podcast about this. It's River Country.
I'm not going to lie. Some of these questions are ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
Ridiculously hard.
We had to put a rain check on one of them.
Like, what
No.
word got dropped from the name of Disney's Animal Kingdom when they opened it? If you leave the Magic Kingdom on the resort monorail, what stop do you reach on the second stop? And I'll say they threw us a bone on that one. Yeah, we needed that one. After that Animal Kingdom question, we needed an easy one. Okay, so Sarah just got a question on a show she used to work at. So I hope this one is right.
Yeah, it was, what is the name of the Phantasmic venue? I think it's the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater.
Snow White question. It's my favorite Disney movie. I don't know the answer.
I think it's Sneezy or Doc.
That adjective, that question, it was wild. It was wild. Did you get that?
We guessed!
Yeah.
We guessed right! Okay,
killing it.
guys, we missed
We might
one.
win.
We've missed one. Okay, so there were 17 questions. 2 questions were bonus questions, and those counted for 2 points. So our score was 15 out of 15. 15 out of a possible 19. I think we did pretty good.
It's a perfect score.
Because Yacht and Beach Club are sister resorts, a lot of the recreational activities are shared. And 2 of those are going to be the fitness center and the arcade. So there's a walkway that goes between the 2 resorts, and that's where you will find the fitness center, which is open 24 hours a day. You are going to need your room key to get in there. And they do have a good deal of exercise equipment, and there's some windows that overlook out towards Stormalong Bay. So next to that is Lafferty Place, which is the arcade, and that is open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's pretty much your standard deluxe resort arcade, but you can check that out as well. Right next to the leisure pool, there are some tennis courts back there, and those are kind of secluded, really nice and great area to play tennis. You can also head over to the boardwalk and rent a Surrey bike. That is a super fun activity that we did a long, long time ago. If you like to walk around, there's a pathway that goes all the way around Crescent Lake, and I don't know how long that is, probably too long for me to run, but that's a nice little tour around the whole area. So it goes by the boardwalk, the beach club, and even goes over to the Swan and Dolphin. So you'll take in plenty of sights if you want to do that. We'll wrap up recreational activities by talking about what they have down here at the marina. So you can book a fireworks cruise for up to 10 people. You can do a bass fishing excursion, or if you want to rent one of these pontoon boats, you can do that. It's $49 for a half an hour, which that's not a bad deal, and you can cruise around Crescent Lake. So some pretty cool things you can do here right at the marina. If you walk out the front of the resort and go to your left, you'll find the bus stop, and there you can catch a bus to different places in Walt Disney World, with the exception of Epcot and Hollywood Studios, because there are different ways to get to those 2 parks. But if you want to get to Magic Kingdom, the water parks, Disney Springs, or Animal Kingdom, you can hop on the bus right over here. There's a nice covered area there to wait. They also have a monitor which estimates when the next bus is coming, and that'll get you to where you want to go. Another mode of transportation is the boat. So you can take a friendship boat from here and go across Crescent Lake, and that'll drop you off at Boardwalk. So if you don't want to take the long way around, you can take the boat. You can also get a boat that goes to Hollywood Studios and Epcot as well. And that's a nice relaxing way to get to the parks or go across the lake. The last mode of transportation I want to tell you about is walking, and you can walk from the Yacht Club on over to Epcot. There's a path that goes all the way over there, and you can also walk to Hollywood Studios. Now, it is a kind of a long way around. I'd say that's at least a 15-minute walk, so be prepared on a hot day for a long walk, but you can do that. That walkway goes behind Boardwalk and takes you to Hollywood Studios. Yacht and Beach Club share a massive pool called Stormalong Bay. This is 3 acres of fun and holds almost 800,000 gallons of water. Right now, it doesn't hold a drop of water because it's being refurbished, and there's all kinds of scaffolding and sand and equipment and tons of stuff out here, and I'm sure it's gonna look amazing when it's done. But right now, you can't really see all of the awesome stuff that it's gonna have. So let's rewind back and I'll show you some footage from our Beach Club video. So they have 3 whirlpool spas here. They have a bar called Hurricane Hannah's, so that's where you can get your drinks. There's lots of seating, and even on top of Hurricane Hannah's, there's seating up there as well. So you kind of have a second level that you can hang out on and overlook the pool area. There's a huge shipwreck out at the beach with a 230-foot long water slide. That sounds like a lot of fun. And it has one of the highest hotel water slides at Walt Disney World. In addition to that, you can also float down the lazy river. So I don't think you're gonna be bored hanging out at this pool. Now, if you do come to visit Yacht Club in the short term, like I said, it's being refurbished. So let me tell you about the second pool. That pool is located at the far end of the resort. It's not lifeguarded, but they do have a multi-level deck, and it's in kind of a quiet, secluded area, so it's real nice. There is also a whirlpool spa in there. Bathrooms, that's where you're gonna find a laundry as well. So if you need to do clothes, you're gonna do them over there by that leisure pool. They have flotation devices, and they also have a lift for accessibility. So that pool pretty much has everything you need. It's just gonna be quieter and smaller than Stormalong Bay. We're taking a quick time out here to say, if you like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel.
It really helps our channel out a lot, and we really appreciate it. And now, let's get back to the tour.
There are a number of dining options here, some in the resort and some outside of the resort. Let me start with the ones outside of the resort. First of all, you can walk to the Swan and Dolphin hotels, and there are quite a few dining options there. Then you are in the Epcot resort area, and around Crescent Lake, there are a number of restaurants. So that's another place you can go. You can also walk right into Epcot, and you have a bunch of dining options there. Lastly, there is the Beach Club, and they have some restaurants there you can enjoy as well. So now let's move back right here into the Yacht Club and talk about some of the restaurants we have here. Our first dining option is Ale and Compass, which is located right off of the lobby. And we have stopped in here for some dinner, but that is not all that they serve.
No, in fact, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And breakfast is from 7:30 to 11. Lunch is 11:45 to 2, and dinner's from 5 to 9. For breakfast, they have a like a buffet kind of bar that you can get, and lunch and dinner are basically the same menu, but you can get everything from a savory waffle and chicken to a burger. There's a big variety that they have here, and it's pretty nice in here. It's kind of nautically themed. Yeah. They say it's supposed to represent the inside of a lighthouse. We've eaten here. This is probably a 3rd or 4th time. Yeah. It's pretty good. So we got this fire roasted mozzarella. It has French bread, and then butternut squash and pomegranate. That looks good. And then we have, it's called For the Table, Parker House Rolls and Spreads. So they have bacon jam, pub cheese, and citrus butter.
Okay, so we finished up at Ale and Compass. I had a very delicious pork chop with some mashed potatoes and carrots.
Which you substituted.
I did, yeah.
Because it normally comes with creamed spinach and parsnips, which I would love, but
no, that's a hard pass.
And I got a half chicken with potatoes, mushrooms were delicious, and broccolini. It was very good. Another dining option here at the resort is the Yachtsman Steakhouse. Now, we've never had the pleasure to eat here yet, but we did go inside and take a look. It's really cool in there. They have high ceilings, they have a rotunda area that is like multiple stories high. They have a separate little room. It's very nice. It looks like a steakhouse, but it has a nautical theme, almost arts and crafts in look. But you know it's a steakhouse when you first walk in because they have a room. It's a dry aging room, the only one on Walt Disney World property, and they age the beef in there for 14 days, and it is beautiful. Now, if you don't like beef, you can also get seafood, you can get chicken, you can get salads. I can tell you right now that we've had something at the Crew Cup that was cooked over there and it was so good. But if you have the opportunity to go here, you do want to eat here, and we do want to eat here. Now let me tell you a few other things. First of all, you need a reservation. It's pretty popular. Secondly, you have to have proper attire. This is a Disney signature dining area. So you can't come in swimsuits, and you should be dressed rather nicely. I mean, if you are coming in from the park, okay, but you know what I'm talking about, you know. And then the last thing is they're only open for dinner, and they're open from 5 in the afternoon till 9:30 at night. So you want to make sure that you get your reservation in so that you can experience this great place.
Off the lobby, you'll find the Ale and Compass Lounge, open from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now here, of course, you can get drinks, and then they have a number of appetizers as well, like a wedge salad, clams casino, the Ale and Compass salad. So a nice little variety there of appetizers. This place has a really cool vibe. It feels very upscale. It's kind of dark in there, but I really do like the vibe. It's very cozy. Next up is the Cruise Cup Lounge, located right next to the Yachtsman Steakhouse. It is open from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. for drinks and 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. for food. So obviously they have both food and drinks here, and they have a pretty good variety of things. Let me tell you about some of the things you can get. They have a Caesar salad here, a wedge salad, you can get sliders, and the food actually comes from next door at the Yachtsman. So if you want to get a little bit of a taste of that restaurant without actually spending all the money, you can do that right here. We did have the wedge salad and a charcuterie board, and they were very good. So you might want to check this place out. It is very nautically themed, obviously. It goes along with the rest of the resort. Again, Cruise Cup Lounge, open from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Our last dining option here is the market at Ale and Compass. It's not really next to Ale and Compass. It's on the other side of the lobby. Nevertheless, you have a little market in here, and it's open from 7 in the morning till 11 at night. You can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything in between here. So let's go check it out. This isn't a very big space in here, but it does have things that you might want. A lot of grab-and-go items, a lot of snacks. They have freestyle machines, so if you want to get your resort cup filled. They have coffee. They have grab-and-goes in a refrigerated case. So you have quite a good option in here of things you can get. So like I said, they're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you could get Mickey waffles in the morning, maybe you want a panini in the afternoon, or something like that at night, maybe even a coffee. They have a coffee area. So this is a good option for grab and go, eat on the way to the park. They even have a seating area where you can eat in here as well.
The mate was a mighty sailor man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour.
It's too bad your mic's on.
A 3-hour... No, now everybody could hear me.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Every resort has a gift shop, and this one's located right next to the food area at the market at Ale and Compass. It's on the other side of the lobby, nearest the reception desk. Let's go inside and see what they have to offer. Straight on, you're going to see they have resort-specific merchandise. So for instance, these Tervis cups, they're $35. Or maybe you need a lounge fly. And look, it even has life preservers for ears. This is $80. Or even one of these mugs. It kind of looks like a stein, but it has one of these things here that you would see on a ship, and this is $22. That's a pretty good price for that mug right there. They even have clothing in here, such as shirts, jackets, robes. They have a beach towel, and they even have ornaments in here that are specific to the yacht club. Would you consider that a hidden Mickey?
No, I consider that a pretty obvious Mickey.
Yeah, obvious Mickey. Maybe you have a headache or you need some Pepto-Bismol. They have plenty of sundries in here that you can get as well. Diapers, swimming diapers, lots of things. And then for the adults, they have some special libations.
Adult sundries.
Adult sundries. Can I get these?
Sure.
Look how cute they are. I don't know if they'll fit my head though. Also in the gift shop, you're gonna find a lot of swimwear for adults and children. You're gonna find sunglasses, sunscreen, beach towels, goggles, all kinds of things that you need to have fun over in the pools. They even have toys in here, so if you have littles that want something to do while they're here, you can purchase, or you can take some of this home as a souvenir. They also sell some brands here like Tommy Bahama or Vineyard Vines in shirts and shorts, hats. They have belts, ties, a tie. You might need a tie when you're on vacation. Well, maybe in the convention center,
Yeah,
when a
that
meeting.
makes
There
sense.
you go. Lots of pretty good assortment, I would say.
Absolutely. Nice assortment of Tommy Bahama shirts.
Are you hinting?
No.
No. Look at that one
no.
right there. That one is really nice. Plenty of women's clothing available too. Dresses, cover-ups for swimwear, shirts, some lounge flies, bags, Dooney and Burke bags, hats. Quite a good assortment, I would say. So that's a look at the shop here at the market. Walt Disney World is a great place to go for vacation, but it's also a great place to go for conventions and meetings. And some of the hotels or resorts that they have here have convention centers next to them. This convention center is attached to the yacht club. So really it services beach club and yacht club. This convention center has 100,000 square feet of flexible meeting space. They have ballrooms, they have salons, they have meeting rooms. They have a business center so you can get things printed and bound and faxed and all that kind of stuff. So it's a full service convention center.
There are 630 rooms here, and those rooms have resort views or water views. The rooms have 1 king bed or 2 queen beds. Now, those rooms also have a 5th sleeper, so you can get up to 5 people in those rooms. In addition, they have a number of 2-bedroom suites here. So there's a presidential suite, a vice presidential suite, an admiral suite, and there's a few others. You might want to check the Disney website for pricing and availability on those suites. Also, they do have club level here, so if you want to take that little extra step of luxury, book yourself club level. Now, we're staying in a regular room. We've got a pool view. Let's go upstairs and take a look at that.
We are here on the 3rd floor in room 3100. Let's go inside and take a look at our room. It's a nice room, very classy looking. Kind of that nautical theme. So let's start back at the entrance. Here we have our coffee service area. We have a Keurig. They provide pods with Joffrey coffee, cups, ice bucket, and in here is your chiller. It's not like a regular refrigerator. It's kind of small, but you know, we have some things in there so you can put beverages in there. No ice, no freezer. You can go get ice. And here's a drawer, so you can use that to unload snacks. There is a light right here, so that's nice and convenient. Next to it is the closet. These are nice closets. As you can see, there are shelves on the top. In the middle part here, we have an area to hang your clothes. And the bottom here, you can store suitcases or whatnot, but the thing is it's slanted, so some things might not stay You do have a couple more shelves over here. They have the suitcase rack in here, but you can take it out of the closet. You do have a full-length mirror on this side, and on this side you have a hook if you need to hang things. One more section here. We have some shelving, so that's nice for storage, and we have shelving underneath. And in the middle there's a door, so let's open that. And then here you find your steam iron. And then this is an ironing board, so let's pull that out. And we're gonna open it up, and you iron, and when you're done, you fold it, and you put it back. Underneath it is a safe, and this is one of the, like you put your own combination in. It's very large, so that's nice. You can store all your valuables and not worry about their safety. Let's shut that, and let's go across the hall. This very large sliding door. Behind there, there's a bathroom. You can see that's a nice size counter. Very nice vanity. And we have 2 sinks in this room. Very nice. Above the sinks, you're gonna find this shelf, so that's good to unload. Very large mirror, nice and bright in here. And you can also have a magnifying mirror. They do provide Disney products, tissue, towels, and underneath you have shelves. So you can unload your toiletries down there, and they provide a hair dryer for you, so you don't have to bring yours if you don't want to. And then behind this door is your bathing area. So let's go in there. And this has a bathtub shower combination with large sliding glass doors. But if you look inside, you'll see it's a decent size. And that's a very nice shower head, by the way. And over here you have a shelf for your products. In this case, they give you Disney products and the ever-present clothesline. Behind you is your toilet, and then you have towel racks above it. You know I like that. And on the other wall, you have 2 more hooks to hang even more towels. So let's back out of here and go into our bedroom and seating area. The first thing I want to point out to you is this is where your thermostat is located. On the wall there, you're going to see a little shelf. So you put your glasses or your phone or your water or whatever on there. Now above it is an outlet, and it has USB ports. Now on each side of the bed, they have these little task lights. So you can read in bed, and when you're done, you just fold them down. You also have lights above the bed. Oh look, they left us a Mickey head towel figurine. Aw. You have 2 queen beds in here, and underneath you can put items such as suitcases, or if you have bags, whatever you like to put down there. They're on platforms, so it's all open under there. Just make sure you check that area when you check out. Over here in between the beds is a nightstand. And on the nightstand, again, we have some more USBs and outlets. Nice top. And then we have 2 drawers here. And then we have a larger drawer here with the Bible. Of course, we have the phone. And then on this wall, you're going to see they have switches. So that's what controls the lights over your bed. Each bed has 4 pillows. Next to the bed is a desk. So that's nice. You can sit there and eat, or if you have to work, that's a good place to do it. Again, 4 outlets and 4 USB ports. And this room's really stocked well with that. You have a desk lamp, and you have a Hey Disney. Above your desk is a very nice sized mirror, and you have a chair. And then look at this. This is our balcony. We are on the 3rd floor. So I'm going to open the sheer drapes, and we're going to go outside. And our view is of the leisure pool and the tennis court. It's really pretty out here. It's kind of quiet. This balcony is pretty large, has 2 chairs and a table, but boy, you sure could fit more. And then when you come in, next to the doors, they have windows, which is really cool because it kind of looks like a little house. And then check out these drapes. On these drapes, they have constellations like Fishes devotus, flounder, or Mausimus jovialus, which is Mickey. Here we have a combination table floor lamp, and next to it is a large sofa. Now this sofa is also a fifth sleeper, so let me show you how that works. There's a latch on this side here, and you push it down, and after you do that, you pull on this strap right here, and you pull down, and there's your mattress. You take these pieces off, fold them down, unbuckle, and there's your fifth sleeper. And then you're ready to use the bed. You just fold it back up, put it back up against the wall, and there's your sofa. Next to that is your dresser, nice countertop, great place to unload your stuff from your backpacks. Again, more outlets and USBs. Wow, they have a lot in here. There's a television above it, has a little swivel to it. And then look at this dresser. The top drawers are kind of shallow, admittedly, but the ones underneath it aren't that bad. So all in all, you have 8, 9 drawers here, and this area right here is where your extra pillow and blanket are located, but you could move that into the closet and you could use that for more storage to unload your suitcases. So that's the tour of our room here at the Yacht Club.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on our little Yacht Club staycation?
It's very nice here, and I would like to come back. It's pretty classy, but very comfortable.
Yeah, I think you said it was chill but classy.
Yes.
And I think that's accurate. So thank you for watching our little tour of this chill but classy resort, the Yacht Club. If you liked the video, please hit like, please subscribe to our channel, and
Please join us on our next magic adventure.
bye.